Boys, girls, and betweeners, what's going on? It's Red Gambit here, back with another channel update for the 21st of June 2016. So there's a few things I wanted to cover here, and more important than that, it's just an opportunity for me to touch base with you guys and get feedback, because if you're new to the channel, I'm a guy who just really likes to get feedback from what people like and what they don't like. And obviously this channel is really, it's for you guys, it's to give you content that you enjoy and like to watch, and I wouldn't really be doing my job if I didn't try to find out what things you were liking and what things you weren't. So that out of the way, let's jump into what's going on the channel. So first and foremost, we're kind of in a bit of a quiet patch at the moment. There's some real lack of releases going on, especially with the fact that Street Fighter V had its update for last month delayed till this month. So there hasn't really been a whole lot going on. That and the fact that there's not really going to be any big fighting game releases for the foreseeable future. There's nothing really coming out. We're gonna get Tekken 7 at the end of the year, which will obviously be the really big next release coming up. And we'll get Injustice Gods Amongst Us 2 after that, but really that's kind of it for the foreseeable future. So with that in mind, I'm looking at just shifting the programming on the channel a little bit, a smidge, a touch, a tad, and that kind of goes as follows. And first and foremost is that everyone knows in this channel, if you don't, you find out now that Juri is my waifu. Juri is my favorite character from Street Fighter 4 by a long shot, by a country mile, and while I do love me some Cammy, I do love my waifu Juri just a bit more. And Juri is actually going to be playable when the story mode update drops at the end of the month, provided Capcom don't delay it again. That said, she won't be available for online till whenever they actually decide to release her for online, and they have stated that the Juri that is available in story mode may get tweaked or changed a little bit in the lead up to the online release. That said, I don't think there's going to be any major changes that we're going to see between the story mode and the actual online release. It's probably going to be the case of what we saw in the betas, which was just minor tweaks of the characters. If you saw some of my videos from earlier betas with Street Fighter V before it was released, yeah, there's just some minor things, like Cammy actually had an additional stock of V-Trigger, so she could actually do 3 moves off her V-Trigger instead of 2, things like that. So I don't expect any gigantic changes with that. So my main goal, as soon as story mode drops, is to find the part where Juri is playable, play the living fuck out of that part over and over again, until I'm actually able to give you guys a breakdown, some tutorials, all that kind of good stuff, which you guys have found on the channel so far, and really give you some in-depth knowledge, because while I can't give you breakdowns for every character just because I don't have the time, or just the interest to cover every character, I obviously covered a lot of Cammy on this channel, and I will cover just as much, if not more, in terms of tutorials, in terms of content for Juri when she does come out. And I will continue to play Cammy after Juri comes out, but it'll probably just be a case of me basically switching between the two on the fly, things like that. So, but I am really looking forward to Juri, in case you can't tell from just the tone of my voice. So with it being a quiet patch, we're looking at some interesting changes for the online programming. So normally, as you guys would know, there's 4 major games that get played in terms of online on the channel. You got your Street Fighter V, you got your Killer Instinct, you got your Mortal Kombat X, and you got your Pokken. So there's some problems with the last 2, which I'll pretty much go into now. Mortal Kombat X, for the foreseeable future, I don't really see returning to the channel, and unfortunately it's not because I don't want to play it, it's because the fucking online, my god, the goddamn online. I don't know if it's my router, if it's my connection. I've heard a lot of people say, especially, you know, Maximilian was obviously a very big influence of mine on this channel. I do love me some Max, and he's said time and again that the new netcode is so good on MKX. It's not for me. It's fuck awful for me. It's the new upgrade to the netcode barely made a difference in terms of how it actually plays. It did make it marginally better, but in terms of just like trying to play people, you still can't filter by area. You still can't filter by connection. So trying to play ranked is just a complete waste of time. It's an exercise in futility, because I tried 3 times over the last week to sit down and record some matches, and I didn't get one actual match of quality played. I got 3 matches in total over the course of about 3 friggin' hours, and those 3 matches were all inexcusably laggy to the point where one of them actually disconnected in the middle of the match. And it sucks, because I really do want to get good and learn more characters and play people and do those kind of things, but unfortunately, playing fighting games online is, especially if you live in Australia, because we have a much smaller player base here, is not a time-effective pastime. It's really not, because basically, unless you're playing Street Fighter V or Pokken, the wait between matches really does not justify the amount of time you sink into it. Even like Guilty Gear Xrd, which I'll get to in a second, but like Killer Instinct, other games like that, and Mortal Kombat in the past, you can wait 5, 10, sometimes 15 minutes between matches. And so trying to get a 15-minute episode of footage together can take upwards of 3 hours. So it's really crazy trying to do that sort of stuff, and I'm just not prepared to sit there and throw more time at Mortal Kombat X when it's just not worth it in terms of like the quality of the matches that I get back. So unless the situation improves, I can't see going on with the Mortal Kombat at the moment. The other game which I'm looking at dropping at the moment is Pokken, which kind of makes me feel like an asshole because Pokken is actually the best game possible for getting matches right now. It's ridiculous. If you've been watching my Pokken videos, it's the only fighting game video I don't need to cut between matches because it finds them that fucking fast. It's crazy. It's really, I am just so goddamn impressed with Nintendo and their matchmaking. And what's even crazier is that some of the people I've been playing have been from Japan and it's not laggy. It doesn't feel laggy. So that's been nuts, but I just don't dig Pokken that much at the end of the day. It's fun, it's goofy, it's Pokemon's, but I just, you know, as you guys know, again, from other videos where I've said this, I have to play the characters that I like, that I think are cool, and there's nothing about Pokemon or playing a Pokemon that I really find cool, unfortunately. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually dropping the Pokemons in exchange for picking up Smash. That's assuming it has a community. I haven't really checked that much. It did last time I had a look. And I would love to actually try and play Smash like competitively on a semi-competitive level, obviously not good, but yeah, you know, a rough level would be nice. That's the direction I'm thinking of going with those two games. Any other games, unfortunately, are just all dead zones right now. Any game that is not Killer Instinct or Street Fighter V in Australia is just a goddamn dead zone right now. Dead or Alive 5 are just, yeah, nothing going on there. Even Street Fighter 4, I checked Ultra Street Fighter 4, nothing going on there. Guilty Gear Xrd, which Revelator is killing me because that game is not even a week old as I record this, and it's completely really goddamn quiet. You'll see that in one of the videos going up very shortly, but I have to fight to get matches in that game because at any given time, there's probably about 10 people in Australia online, and I know that because I can see the lobbies. So that's kind of unfortunate as well. I don't know how long that will last. I'll play it as long as there are people there, but it may fall into the same basket. That's enough of the negative stuff. Let's talk about the positive stuff. Street Fighter V, one of the most popular videos on my channel. I'm thinking about increasing the number of times we view it. So at the moment it's just 1 episode per week, but I'm just curious, would you guys like 2 episodes of the Street Fighter per week? Because I'm more than happy to do that. I need an excuse to play that game more. Right now I actually have a whole bunch of episodes built up from like a giant 3-hour playing session that I did, and I've got weeks worth of episodes built up as a result. So I'm more than happy to jump right in because there's a new mod that's been released for Cammy that lets you play as Tracer from Overwatch, which looks fucking cool. And I would love to put that up for you guys as soon as humanly possible, basically. So if you want more Street Fighter V, let me know in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. If you don't want more Street Fighter V, if you feel like once a week is enough, then by all means let me know about that as well, you know? Just post your thoughts and feelings, that's what this video is all about. That said, there's going to be more Dre and more salty battles going on the channel. As you guys know, Dre is a very good friend of mine. He's recently started to really get into fighting games, really trying to learn them from the ground up. He is the quintessential beginner and I'm trying to help him as much as I can. And so he's going to be helping me out in turn with recording these videos. Now the great thing about that is that it lets me play games which I either never had a chance to play or just games that are in that dead zone which I just talked about. So I just dropped a huge amount of money, well huge for me at least, on both picking up both One Piece Burning Blood and J-Stars Ultimate Battle for the PS4. We're going to be playing those this week, but there's going to be a whole bunch of other games we're going to play. We've already been playing things like Marvel, things like Guilty Gear, Skullgirls, all this kind of good stuff. We're going to keep that going, we're going to keep that rolling, and in addition to that, I'm actually going to be starting a new series. Not quite sure what it's going to be called yet, Power Ups, something like that, I don't know. But basically each month, we're going to agree on a game which neither of us has really played, or at least one of us hasn't really played, and try to get as good at it as humanly possible. And then basically we're going to practice it in our own time, try and do our own secret strats, things like that, get together, throw down in a 1st to 10, and record the results of what will actually hopefully be competent play instead of like just the casual screwing around that we get in a lot of the Salty Battles episodes. So hopefully that's going to be exciting and hype and a fun new thing to do on the channel. This month we've already chosen that given that Injustice Gods Amongst Us 2 has been announced and shown off at E3, we're picking Injustice. We've both actually just picked up a copy of Injustice for the PS4. We're playing it pretty much as we speak. Dre's on there right now, I know that's for a fact, and I've been on there already going through the tutorials, things like that, and so we're going to be throwing down in Injustice, cracking skulls, doing all that good stuff, so hopefully that'll make for a nice change and something a bit more hype and interesting on the channel as well. Speaking of Dre also has a channel which I've been promoting at the end of some of my videos and little promos and things like that going on right now. It's over, there's a link on the screen like right now. Just look at the link on the screen, think about clicking it, going over there, giving him a hug, giving him a sub, all those kind of good things, because as I said, he's trying to get into fighting games. He's trying to learn how to play Marvel, he's trying to learn how to play Street Fighter V, he's trying to learn how to play all these fucking games that I give to him. So if you can do that, that'd be really good, because I think he needs the encouragement, and I would love to see him get better as well. I think this is a really great way to show him that people care about what he's doing, and they like the fact that he is trying to learn, because we're all trying to get better at the end of the day. I'm sure shit not the best Street Fighter player in the world. I'm still trying to get better as well. So this is just a good way to really help each other and try and just go along that path together as a group, and I think that's the best way to go. Lastly, as a very quick note, as some of you know, I did used to stream a lot. I kind of stopped just because A, it was kind of interfering with my life a little bit at the time, but more importantly, B, is that my internet, as I've mentioned before, is potato. It is literally a potato. That's my internet. And I just couldn't bear to like really just look at my streams and see just the atrocious quality at which they are being uploaded. Essentially, it really hurt my soul, because I'm a guy who prides himself on quality. I've spent so much money on equipment and programs and things like that to try and give you the best quality audio and visual experience at least that I can. And so the good news is that within the next 6 weeks or so, I'm probably going to be moving. I gotta try and find a new place. I haven't found one yet, but I'm gonna be trying very hard the next couple of weeks to look for a new place and move into it, which will have access to a better internet connection. So that's just kind of a thing right now. Don't really have any more information on that. There may be some interruptions to uploads. I don't know. It's, as I said, it's all up in the air. But basically, that's just let you guys know that this is something in the pipes, and hopefully it will bear sweet, delicious, streamy fruit, if that's a thing. Alright guys, that's it for now. Thank you for listening. I know this has gone on for a while, but there's some really important things that I wanted to cover. If you have any comments or thoughts, not just on what I've said, but anything regarding the channel, any improvements that you think I can make, maybe you think my face looks dumb, I don't know, leave them in the comments below, and I will answer every person as I try to, pretty much since this channel started. So that would be awesome. Thank you very much guys. Kisses, hugs, belly rubs. I will see all of you very soon.